Hey guys, this is Nolimitking with USA Adults. We got another green on our war log, this time against Quebec clan, but man, we almost did not get the green. This was a pretty even matchup, and these guys hit us pretty hard. It was a great war. We kind of took an early lead. They just kind of patiently waited, and then they came right back and tied it up near the end, and it literally came down to the last minute, the last second, and we were actually just waiting for their last couple of Town Hall 10s to hit at the very end, and fortunately we had some big defends against those 10s that helped us eke out this victory. But just wanted to say props to Quebec and their clan. They did a great job, and looking forward to maybe hitting them up again for another war. But let's check out the war map. On our side, they one-starred the top two guys. They two-starred the other two Town Hall 10s we have, and they missed on 5 and 6 here, but then they had a really good streak on 7, 8, and 9. They missed on 10 and 14, but then 3-starred everybody else all the way down. They had some really great hits, and we had some really lucky defense, so we're kind of thankful for that. But over here on this side, we put a hurt on their number 1. We missed on 2 and 3 here. Got number 4 here, but when it came to the 9s, we really did some solid work here up in this upper section. There are some great GOHOs, and we did miss on 9 and 12. Although I will say 9 is not a miss in so much that this was one of our Town Hall 8s who jumped up here and just kind of did a full-on Gowipe attack straight at the Town Hall. Ended up 2-starring 76% in this guy, which was just fantastic. So we'll end up recapping that one as part of this. But we missed on 12 and 14. But other than that, sprinkled in here, we've got 3 stars all the way down. And all right, so let's get into this. So we got Mohd up here, number 1, 2 stars, 67%. This is a great hit. He does have a 5 golem Gowi he's got going here. He drops in some golems here to kind of create a funnel, drops in some golems right over here, and then drops in another golem set up here. And what happens is that these middle golems just head right towards this core. He uses the freeze spell pretty great. And he's got Wiz, the Grand Warden, and the Queen all right here. He pumps this Grand Warden ability for invincibility, drops their Queen, and drops their King. Down goes the Inferno Tower. Uses a Quake spell. Down goes the Town Hall. Other Infernos down. And at this point, you know, he's still got some golems tanking. His King is about to head down, but he's still got his Queen's ability. She's going to clean up and walk this aisle down here. Grand Warden's still chilling in the background, throwing spitballs from a mile away. And that's that. And so he ends up getting 67% here, which is pretty great. And but I guess he is a Town Hall 11, so all right. Yeah, he's getting some work out of that Grand Warden there for sure. All right, great hit mode. All right, we've got Thanatos, 2-starring their number 4, 59%. Again, draws out the troops, throws down 2, misses the loon here, but that's okay. He gets the hound. Drops all 3 of these jump spells and starts funneling golems wide on the right and then right down the middle. And he ends up having a bit of a wall breaker fail down here, and so his troops took a little while longer to get in, but it actually helped his flanks to kind of clear more of the side buildings, so he ends up getting a pretty solid funnel here. But he rages in a great spot. Gets in there, uses the freeze. Queen's in there, King's in there. So much going on. Pumps his King ability. The last thing left is that Tesla, but he's getting through this core pretty good. He's still got a couple of golems tanking. Town Hall goes down. He's got a whiz over here doing some work. Queen decides to kind of walk around and start clearing some of these side buildings. Gets the 50% right there. He's still got his queen's ability. Pumps right here. Gets a few more buildings dead. Drops an archer. He's got 2 more whiz left. And calls it the day. 59%. Great job. Okay. We have got an awesome hit here by 808 Fireman, who just brings this just awesome. All right. Whoa. He starts really quick. Okay. So he brings this Quake Zap, or Zapquake, however you want to call it, Golaloon, and just wrecks this base. So this guy put both of his ADs really close up here at the top. But with the Earthquake spells, 1 Earthquake spell and 3 max lightning spells, it kills these 2 air defenses, including the cannon and the spell factory, entirely. So that's what he does right here. Drops the 3 spells. Now he's 2 ADs are down. At this point, he drops in his Shattered Golem kill squad with some whiz behind and the queen to help clean up some of the trash buildings. Brings in some wall breakers, opens up this compartment really easily. Drops the jump. Golems start funneling in towards the center. He's really patient in dropping his king. Drops his king right there. Now, what's really challenging here is that this hound is kind of a problem. One of the challenges with hounds is that it just takes a long time, and so this whiz and the queen are just sitting here camping on this hound, trying to get it dead, and meanwhile it's just the BK and the golems in there trying to do some work. But so it slows things down. CC hound pops. AD goes down. Now as soon as this AD goes down and this CC hound pops, he's pretty much completed his objectives on his kill squad, so he launches his hound and his loons directly on these defenses right here. Drops another hound and some more looms, then drops another 3rd hound and another loon up here. All the while, those entries of those 3 hounds are providing coverage for those loons on this entire side. Even though you don't need 3 hounds for 1 air defense, it's providing initial coverage to get these loons in and kill these defensive buildings. And you can see he ends up only popping 1 of these hounds, but it provided the coverage necessary to kill these defenses. And now at this point, he's got 1 haste left, which he uses to try to get these loons and hounds over to these defenses quicker. And so right there, hound pops, and now he's trying to work with these quad Teslas, which, interestingly enough, could have been disastrous had he not had those hounds, because those hounds are soaking up those hits right there. And he's got a couple of loons left just following that hound, or those 2 hounds. So he drops some cleanup whiz to help with some of the trash buildings. He's still got an extra balloon. So as soon as these defenses go down, he's going to drop that balloon to use a cleanup. And so he uses it over here on some of these high hit point storages. But that's that. And he just carved this base up like a boss. So excellent job, 808. Great hit. Great read on the base. All right. He also 3-starred the next one, so thank you, 808 Fireman. He brought a Quad-Quake Stoned GOHO to this. He uses the Quad-Quake right there and opens up, probably half of the base, and drops some wide golems here, and then the max golem down the center and the queen right behind her. He's got the whiz funneling and clearing up some of these trash buildings. Drops in the wall breakers, patient on his king. Once that archer tower up top goes down, he drops his king, and then he rages here against the kill squad because he doesn't have a poison, so he's got to take out the kill squad with whiz and archer queen. So now his king is in here. He pumps the king, kills the other queen, and then Golemites are still providing some coverage. Now that he's here, he's in the core, both heroes up, Wiz still working on some of these buildings, he drops his hogs over here. So he drops a few hogs right here and a few hogs right here to kill some of these side defenses, and he's going to, again, sprinkle these hogs all the way around the outside of this base. Drops a heal in the middle here surrounding this wizard tower to heal those hogs he originally dropped. Drops some hogs over here to take care of this outside Tesla. He's still got 6 hogs left, 2 more hogs right there on the cannon, and then brings in the heal and the last hogs on this Tesla out here. And the heal is covering this wizard tower, which is kind of key to make sure that they don't get too depleted and then hit a bomb and all die. So he's still got both heroes up. His queen hasn't even used her pump ability. And this is what a good plan and some big heroes can do. So excellent job, 808. All right, we did get the next 2 bases 3-starred, but just some typical GOHOs from us, from Shifty actually. So we're going to work past that. But this number 9, we didn't 3-star, but we are showcasing it. This is number 18 on our team, Nefarious. He's a Town Hall 10, bringing in just an awesome Gowipe straight at the Town Hall. This was intended to be a scout, but look, it worked out so well that we just left it because it was OP. So he rages right here at the entry. All of his troops funnel right into that rage, and then he heals. Great job on the rages and heals. Draws out the CC troops. Heroes are going down. Drops another heal just to keep the troops alive. Gets the Town Hall. But on the sides here, he's cleared out all the defenses, and so his whiz walking around the sides are just clearing all these trash buildings, while his P.E.K.K.A.s and Golems are still in here getting through these defenses. So big group of wizards right here, kind of following behind the distraction of these P.E.K.K.A.s. They're providing some great distraction. There's a Golem over here providing distraction for these whiz and this king. The other whiz on the outside are funneling up and walking around the sides of the base. And so at this point, he's 2 stars, 70%. He's got a few more percentages left in his bag here with the king and using his ability. So this was just an excellent hit. And I guess you could call it a super scout, but we ended up just leaving it. So great job, Neff. That was kind of a clutch hit for us. Way to step up. Okay. Next one I got, but I want to showcase my next one here on number 11. So this Queen Walk, as I sit here and I look at this base, there are 2 spots for double giant bombs. One's right here behind the AD, and one's down here behind the AD. So I'm going to clear this spot using a Queen Walk up here. Now you'll notice the AD is over here on the right. I drop my healers as far away from that AD as possible. If I'd have dropped my healers kind of up more north behind this Archer Queen, they probably would have been targeted by the AD before I got it down. So I angled the entry of these healers to keep them as far away from that AD as possible. Meanwhile, I use a couple of minions to kind of create the funnel over here on the right. So as the queen gets in here, I did use an extra whiz just to kind of try to speed things up. And he does just that. And then Queen begins to take out the Archer Tower. You can see my healers aren't being targeted by that AD. AD goes down, and then Queen comes in and she takes out this gold storage and actually lures out the clan castle troops. I did drop a hog to lure the clan castle, but she ended up luring it on her own. So I used a quake spell over the core to kind of soften up those buildings, drop the poison here. I used the ability to get that Valk and the dragon down as quickly as possible. The dragon did get one shot off on my healers, but turned out to be okay. Now that I have cleared this side and there's only one cannon over here, a wizard tower, and a bunch of buildings up here, she is going to be completely fine walking around the top part of that base. So this is where it's time for me to enter my kill squad. So I'm coming down here on the opposite side of the base so that I can clear out this double bomb spot, drop some white golems, drop some whiz behind to help funnel and clean up the trash. All the while, Queen's up here doing her thing. Nothing's wrong going on there. CC troops are down. So at this point, I got to get in here, kill some buildings, and kill this queen as soon as possible. Now here is my mistake. I dropped a few Ugs over here a little too early. You see that queen? She is not targeted onto any of my golems yet. And so these hogs actually get wrecked by this queen over there. But then I dropped some hogs over here, and that worked out really well because it wasn't on the side of the queen, and my kill squad actually had time to get in and distract. I did drop a heal over here, so unfortunately I wasted a heal and wasted a couple hogs, even though I did get 3 defenses down. So now she's targeted onto this kill squad. I release a set of 3 sets of 3 hounds over here, use a heal spell to get them through this wizard tower and get them into the core. In the core, the Teslas are focused on my kill squad, and these hogs are just going to make their way through the core and finish it on the other side. And I did trip this double bomb, and those hogs end up dying up there. I was hoping those troops would have funneled in towards the core, but they didn't. But I still had plenty enough hogs to kind of finish this out. Queen is still up here taking out buildings and taking out defenses as well. So she ends up meeting my kill squad over here at 2 o'clock, and then it's just a dash to get the rest of the trash buildings. So a couple of things went wrong in that raid, but still, it's such a powerful attack strategy. It worked out well in the end. All right. So we're gonna go down here and touch on Famman. Famman rocked a pretty good GOHO here to clean up this base. 15 versus 15. And so he tries to bring in the hogs to lure out the clan castle, but this is a pretty well-designed base, and you can't lure that easily. So he ends up dropping a clutch jump right here. This jump actually covers all of these compartments. It reaches into that core compartment as well, and ends up using the rage of his king right here, kills the queen, drops the poison, queen kills the CC, and then he launches the hogs over here from the 3 o'clock to flank his kill squad. So he uses a good portion of the hogs, but he's still got 7 hogs left. So he's in here on a core heal and just wreck in the middle of this base with the queen kind of following behind. He drops his last remaining hogs up here at the top to try to keep the funnel of these main hogs kind of going around the core, and so they don't have to go back and get those top defenses. So queen is still over here. She ends up getting stuck in that compartment. He uses the final heal spell right here just to keep them from getting attacked and killed by that BK, and everything's done now. So he takes out the BK with the hogs, drops in some remaining cleanup troops, and cleans this base up. So great read on the base, great execution. Very nice 3-star Famman. Oh, and the swag poison just to throw it in there. Nice. All right. Had some great hits by Griswold here. Some good hits by some of the other guys. Just some awesome job all the way around. Yeah, so our defense kind of won us this war this time. So keep on clashing, guys. We're going to be looking for some more green in that war log.